So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Now I have the pleasure to present you the activities of ELIC in 2010, mainly the website updates, the study registry, and the clinical trial support. Well, the new website content is that we, in 2010, we built up a new website. It's available under elnfoundation.org. And we just rebuilt this website with a corporate design of the ELN. And the main focus of this website is to collect the donations for the ELN. And a specific tool is to make the donations online via the PayPal account. Then, the second time, we have a supplemented page from the ESF, the European Science Foundation, that is integrated in the normal leukemia website. And the latest information letter, the number 7, is also available online. We have the contribution of several VPs, and the list of the clinical trials has been restructured and is really big now. Concerning the visibility and the visits of the website, we want to generate an increased value for the patients and physicians, and we will do that with inserting multilingual contents and increase the Google ranking with cross-linking. So we have two main steps here. We have the multilingual websites, and I would like to encourage all ELN members to register for web advisors so that you can help us with cross-linking to the national websites. And there are still a little bit of patient information to be translated and to put on the ELN website. Furthermore, the updating patients advocate is still going on. We would like to make the ELN more detectable for patients, and this is why we need really the support by the web advisor due to the lingual requirements. So to have the multilingual district just improved. Another main step to increase the Google ranking and the visibility in the net is that we are present in the Wikipedia. So it is really important for the Google ranking because if you have the links in the Wikipedia, you will be found easier. And we already integrated the links, but they are still incomplete. And due to the character of the wiki, it's open-minded, so it changes by time. So we will check it with a mail questionnaire and check up the links. Why are we doing this? It's just to improve the position and the standing towards further sponsors. And the ELIC group has worked out the sponsoring concept, which was invented by Dr. Gökbuget and yesterday presented in the steering committee. The aim of this sponsoring concept is just to generate a budget for the ELN and the central structures and, of course, for the VPs. There are two main options for the sponsoring. First of all, we can have a sponsoring for the ELN in general, or you can have sponsoring for specific VPs or projects. The ELN can offer various services in return, but the main course will be that we can present the logos with a direct link to the sponsors on the ELN webpage, which will have a further impact for the sponsor. The next step is to have a sponsorship brochure with all information about the ELN and to offer the sponsors the various services in return. Well, about the European Trial Registry, currently we have about 100 active studies. It's mainly AML and MDS studies. And looking at the right pie chart, you see that the main part is recruited in France and Germany, followed by Italy and the UK. Concerning phase 1 to 3 trials, we have to stress that it's essential to list the participating centers. As I already mentioned, there has been a classification of the studies and it has been restructured, so I would like to ask all members to help us to classify your specific trials into that new structures. You will find that in the information letter and also on the website. In future, we just carry on to extract the leukemia trials from the clinical trials Gov registry, and please send us your short protocol or even the NCT number if you have new trials in Europe. So about the statistics, it's only to have remarked that about 47,000 visits per year we had in 2010, which means increase about 20% in 2010, and you can see here that the most visitors came from Germany, USA, UK, and France. We are still working to improve that, and we are really satisfied that this is going on this process. How do we generate this traffic? You can see that over 60% of the traffic we have on the site is due to the search engines, and there's also 5% increase. And the problem with this ranking is that the Google algorithm is not really transparent. And in Germany, for instance, you find us on page 1 if you enter the keyword leukemia, but there still has a little bit work to be done to improve that in other countries. And therefore, I would like to ask another time to support the support of the ELN members for cross-linking and the promotion of the ELN website via slides or just distributing the link. For this instance, you can use that promotion slide. You will find that on the net, and it's updated if necessary. Well, and concerning the activities regarding international IITs, we still participate into the Roadmap initiative, and the impact assessment on CTD is available on the net, and a report on the hearing of DG Enterprise is reported even on the website and in the last information letter. And Dr. Gökbuget did a really great amount of lobby work as she visited the Directorate General. And yesterday we had the third workshop within the ELN. Yesterday in the morning with the two main topics, which is the suggestions for modification of the Clinical Trials Directive. And we had also discussions and presentations on the practical approaches which are already taking place. All in all, we had 75 participants and a lively discussion on that crucial topic, and we really like to have this discussion going on and to see what finish this will have. And now I would just say thank you to you for your attention.
Thank you. Any questions for this? Yes?
We recently were asked when preparing a project to name the number of a study from a publicly accessible database. And so I just wonder whether your leukemia trial registry can serve as such a publicly available registry for trials, and whether you also give numbers.
Yes, we can do that.
Frau Gökbuget, I think this is maybe a chance.
How can I make? Is it working? Okay. This question came from a journal for the number of the.
No, you know that came from the European Commission. You know, okay. That's what they ask for when you submit a proposal.
There's an agreement from the international journal editors that all the studies which are going to be published have to be registered in this publicly accessible database registry, and some of the journals even want that it must be an accepted register by the WHO. And our registry is no longer accepted by the WHO. So but that is not possible. But for the other papers, I think we can mention the European Trial Registry. But for the publications, it's essential to have the studies registered in this publicly accessible WHO-accepted registry. And this is, for example, the clinicaltrials.gov. This registry business is also a kind of mafia, I must say.
Yeah, and it's also important, I came across that problem myself, that the older trials which still have not been published, you have to be aware that you have to also to retrospectively register these old studies into that system, otherwise you run into problems.
But you know, the term is publicly available database. That's the requirement. And I think you are fulfilling the requirement.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but I was talking about journals who they have their own policy. Okay, thank you. It's very important work and essential for Leukemia Net.